This is the This is the This is the This is the
Hello friends, welcome to Say It Right, an emergency program which will make your language skills stronger. Are you in need of mental nourishment for your brain? Do you have a regular headache from racking your brain in search of new English idioms? Are you eager to change that? Then it is your lucky day. I am Anne-Marie, your language nurse, and I'm here so that you don't lose your mind while learning English. And on today's program, you will find out the following. How not to be ashamed over incorrect usage of such words as imagination and fantasy, as well as figure and complexion. Why some people dream of picking someone's brain. Why it is good to tease your brain and how it can help you with brainstorming. How being wired will give you more energy and help you learn English. Okay, are you ready? Your treatment session is starting right now. Let's take a pill of knowledge. The first thing we will do today is clear out some of those cobwebs in your brain. It's necessary to make room for all the new information. Let's see what we can get rid of. I see. We can get rid of some of the common mistakes that keep you from being understood. We will start with our first pair. Imagination and fantasy. These words are often confused because they are similar in meaning, but there are some slight differences which I'll tell you about right now. Let's begin with imagination. It is the ability to form pictures or images in your mind, as well as develop new ideas. For example, I often use my imagination to think of new ways of teaching English. As for fantasy, it is an idea or belief that is based only on imagination, not on real facts. As in my greatest fantasy, I swim to the bottom of the ocean and meet mermaids there. I know this is impossible, but it's still fun to fantasize about. I hope that you've remembered these two and understand the difference between them. Good. Okay, and for today, I think I've got one more set of tricky words here. The words are figure and complexion. They can also confuse you due to their similarity in meaning, but don't fret. Let's start with complexion. Complexion means the natural color or appearance of the skin on your face. So if it is said that you have good complexion, that means you have nice and clear skin. As for the next, figure, it is used to talk about the shape of the body or someone with a particular type of appearance. For example, I was looking through the window, admiring the athletic figure of Mr. Smith. Those were all pretty tricky words for us today. Glad we got all those cobwebs cleared out. And now you're ready for the next step in our treatment plan. Is your head empty? Are there no good English idioms in it? Don't worry. Today, you will have a brainstorm because I've prepared special idioms which are about, I bet you've already guessed, they're all about the brain. I've never admitted this, but I am a real fan of Albert Einstein. He was so smart, a real genius, and could have given me such great advice. If he was still alive, I would like to pick his brain. To pick someone's brain means to get information or advice from someone. For example, have you got a minute? I'd like to pick your brain about our new project. Okay, got it? Sometimes my friends and I conduct brainstorming to generate new ideas. But alas, we will never match Einstein. As you may have already guessed, brainstorming, it's okay, is when a group of people gathers to develop ideas or solve problems. For example, the brainstorming, calm down, the brainstorming session was a success, and now we have lots of new ideas. Anyway, we won't stop at that, and we will continue our self-development with brain teasers. I bet you know that a brain teaser is a difficult problem that is fun to solve, such as a riddle. I heard a great brain teaser the other day, which you don't have to be a genius to figure out, but I can't quite remember how it goes. Thanks. So, here it is. What are 3 keys that open no doors? Any ideas? Give up? Okay, a monkey, a donkey, and a turkey. How was that? I hope that you are never afraid to pick someone's brain, conduct many brainstorming sessions, and solve brain teasers regularly. And now, it's time for meditation. So, get ready. Let's meditate together. Take your seat, relax, and listen to my voice. Let some new information flow through that brain of yours like an electrical charge. I'm going to tell you about what it means to be wired. As for the phrase, to be wired, in its original use, it meant to be connected to some electrical network. During the IT boom of the 1990s, it became fashionable to talk about internet connection as well as mobile communication. However, from that time on, the phrase, to be wired, had one more meaning. That's why, when saying someone is wired, it can mean that he or she is ready for something. When talking about people, it can also mean that you are pumped up and full of energy. For example, I am totally wired after all those cups of coffee. How was that? I bet it was interesting information. If only I could see into the future to know what the next addition to enrich the English language would be. That's all for today. I hope you and your brain enjoyed it as much as I did. Let's take a quick brain scan to find out how that head of yours is doing. I can see you've cleared up the usage of such words as fantasy and imagination, as well as figure and complexion. Excellent work. Let's see. You've got a head full of new brain idioms like to pick someone's brain, brainstorming, and brain teaser. You'll never forget them. Wonderful. And last, at last you're wired for success with your knowledge of the new phrase, to be wired. Perfect. I'm really impressed with your English learning progress. But remember, my program is not a panacea, but an emergency brain training course. Study hard, and soon you'll be a language expert. This was Anne-Marie, your personal language nurse, and you watched Say It Right. May your English be clean and healthy. Какая дурацкая. Да. To be connected to some electrical network. Что он не хочет, да? Все нормально.